Have you ever looked at a map of Africa and wondered why the borders are so straight? It's a story that reshaped a continent, a story of ambition, power, and profound change. Let's travel back in time to the late 19th century. Africa, a vast continent of thousands of diverse cultures, kingdoms, and languages, was on the brink of a seismic shift. Imagine this. It's 1884. The great powers of Europe gather in Berlin. They're not there to celebrate African culture. They're there to carve it up like a cake. This was the scramble for Africa. With rulers and pens, they drew lines across maps, lines that paid no attention to the people living there, not their history, not their rivalries, not their families. These artificial borders would become the source of conflict for generations to come. Why did they do it? The Industrial Revolution in Europe was hungry for resources. Africa had them in abundance: rubber, diamonds, gold, copper, and more. It was seen as a treasure chest waiting to be opened. This quest for raw materials, coupled with a sense of national prestige and a misguided belief in a civilizing mission, fueled a race for colonial possessions. So, what was life like under colonial rule? It was a tale of two worlds. The colonizers built infrastructure, railways, ports, and roads. But these weren't built for the benefit of African people. They were built to extract resources and transport them back to Europe as quickly as possible. European languages and systems of governance were imposed, often suppressing local traditions and languages. Economies were restructured to serve the colonial power, forcing people to grow cash crops like cocoa or cotton instead of food for their own communities. Resistance was constant, from Queen Nzinga of Ndongo and Matamba, who fought the Portuguese for decades, to the Maji Maji rebellion in German East Africa. Africans did not passively accept foreign rule. These stories of bravery and defiance are a crucial, often overlooked, part of history. They fought with everything they had to protect their land, their culture, and their freedom. The tide began to turn after World War II. The great colonial powers were weakened, and a wave of independence movements swept across the continent. Leaders like Kwame Nkrumah in Ghana, Jomo Kenyatta in Kenya, and El Leopold Sédar Senghor in Senegal rose to lead their nations to freedom. By the 1960s, most of Africa had thrown off the chains of direct colonial rule. But the story doesn't end there. The legacy of colonialism is deep and complex. Those straight lines on the map, they're still there, often grouping rival ethnic groups together or splitting communities apart. Economies that were built for extraction are still struggling to diversify. Yet, despite these challenges, Africa is a continent of incredible resilience, innovation, and hope. It's a continent of a billion stories, a vibrant tapestry of cultures, and a dynamic force in our modern world. Understanding its past is key to appreciating its present and its incredible future. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through history. If you found this interesting, please hit that like button, subscribe for more stories, and share your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.